guys, so 3 things. Number 1, yes, my trim is dead right now, hence why I'm wearing a cap. I mean, you can tell by this part here that I do need a haircut, so just to save myself the embarrassment, I'm wearing a cap, so at least I'm honest. Number 2, yes, my voice does sound like I've had a cold, mainly because I have, but also because I've been live on Twitch for like 10 hours a day for the last week. So if you haven't already followed me on Twitch, I stream there a lot, so links down below in the description. If you're really cool, go drop me a follow there, and you can see me when I'm live, and you can say that I'm ugly in real life, and also in comments down below. And number 3, I hope that you have a fantastic day wherever you're in the world. I mean, right now the sun right now is out, the weather is fantastic, and what am I doing? I'm inside here playing Football Manager in FIFA because I'm definitely not a version. So it has been a while since I've done a FIFA 20 base video, mainly because I don't want to do too many at once, because let's be honest, there's not that much being released right now. There's like a few little things here and there in small doses, so I want to do like a big video like once every week or 2 weeks that has everything new and every single thing that you need to know about FIFA 20 in like that one video. So what have you missed since we last did a video? Well, the actual gameplay of FIFA 20 has been released. There's also been some mock-ups of menus and also gameplay, including some brand new kits, and of course new teams, new leagues, new stadiums, all that kind of stuff has also been implemented as well. So with that said, we've got a lot of things to go through, so let's get into it. Number 1 is going to be footage captured from events around the world. Now of course there was an event at EA Play where people can play FIFA 20 where people can play FIFA 20 early. So right now you can see gameplay of the event. Now of course there's not much about it. This one is just, you know, going through and going, scoring, just doing rainbow flick. Now of course you can't really take much from this because like from this it looks exactly the same to FIFA 19. Now of course I expect the graphics of FIFA 20 to look pretty much the same. I think that the graphics itself looks incredible. I don't think you can really change it because for me, I would rather have much better gameplay than graphics. So as long as the gameplay feels responsive and it feels fast-paced, almost arcade-like, especially for Ultimate Team, I'm happy. You can make it as realistic and as slow-paced as you want for career mode. You can do it as slow as you want. Make it 45 minutes a half, or as long as I care. But for Ultimate Team, I want it to be as responsive as it can, and to bring back the kind of arcade style that it used to have, because I feel like more people do enjoy that more. But then the way it is now, as it seems like it's harder to score now than what it ever used to be before, but also not at the same time, because there is ways to score, which is easy, but most casual players won't know that because they don't aim to do first time shots every 5 seconds or do it El Tornado volley. It seems kind of weird how they've made shooting harder in a game where, or in football, where most people in real life and also in FIFA play the game to score goals. I feel like it's backwards. I feel like the skill gap should be, if you're the better defender, then you're the better player typically, because it's much more harder to defend than what it is to score in FIFA and in real life, I feel. However, I am not going to get my hopes up that much because I've seen gameplay from the actual EA event, which is from EA, which is in their own trailer, and from what I can see here, from the passes, from the touches, from kind of how slow the ball kind of rolls on the ground, I'm not looking forward to this. It kind of looks like it's even more realistic, therefore the touches is a bit heavy, the passing is a bit slow, and it's kind of inconsistent. So looking at this and the way the balls are kind of being touched by players such as Aguero here and De Bruyne and Sterling and maybe Gundogan there, I'm not really, it's not giving me much confidence, guys. I loved also that in the same event that the person that they were talking to, some sort of developer, was on about that this year in FIFA 20 they've actually said that when you got a faster player, that they are faster than players that aren't as fast as them. Which I find funny because it's almost like he said it in a way that like we are supposed to like clap them and like you'd be like, yay, you did a good job, that faster players are faster than players that aren't as fast as them, or what, slower. So like when I have like a Aubameyang, he won't be caught up by like Porte every time I go through on goal. Which I don't know if I should be happy by that or not. I mean, yes, we don't want pace to be the be or end all for every single player. And you know what? I kind of like the fact that it's not. And right now with FIFA, pace is kind of helpful, but not the be or end all, which is kind of useful. However, the amount of times I've been through on goal with a fast player like a Sterling or a Lucas, like I played with Lucas back in the day, and I have someone pretty simple like a Honorero being caught up to me, it's almost like, bro, that's just nah. And of course, in this event, they've also gone through. And of course, in this event, they went through all the new mechanics of like free kicks and penalties. If you didn't miss that out, then it's going to be on the screen right now. In my opinion, I mean, free kicks is a lot harder to score, and I think that's kind of a good thing, kind of a bad thing. I mean, if you have a good free kick taker, then it is a lot easier, and if you get a good routine, a good technique onto it, then like you do score more free kicks. If you do a smashing, you know, click LB, do a driven free kick, they do go in sometimes. Or if you shoot across from goal, if they have enough power on it, they do fly in. So I think that free kicks is hard to do. Penalties is completely different. I think as long as you can't see which way they look from the players' heads, that's all I care about. Whoever's idea it was to think, you know what, let's have the opponent see their opponent's heads move so that they know where they're going. Whoever's idea that is, I hate you. Do you know that most people have Paul Pogba, and his run up is the slowest thing in the world? He pretty much stands still. He's just like this the entire time. So like you can see, is he doing this the entire time because he goes that slow. Anyway, let's get into the menus design. So this is some leaked menus from the event. So kickoff menu, it looks like it's all kind of like a grey kind of vibe, so the background is all grey, and then there's your blues and pinks and yellows and blacks, which are kind of like the main abstract colours, which I don't know, let me know your thoughts for the greys and that of the background colours. Is it a bit too dull for you? I think it's kind of nice. It feels my game because I am a graphic designer. I would love it that if every single, for what I want, I would like it if it was back to like FIFA 11 or FIFA 13, where like the team which you choose as your supporter team. So let's say if I support Borussia Dortmund, right? That the menu would have like a yellow like design to it as well, so that maybe the menu would have select it to be yellow, or there'd be like a bit of background which is like a stripe or line, or there'd be the abstract things behind them is yellow and it's in resemblance of the team which I support. So if I'm Burnley, it'd be clouds and blue. If you're Chelsea, it'd be blue and white. If you're Yeovil, it'd be green and white. Like, I think that's such a cool idea, and it's something which makes everyone's experience a bit more unique. As someone when I was younger, I remember that part of like FIFA 11 a lot, when like if you support Burnley, it's a claret stripe down the side of it, or if you support a Arsenal, it's a red stripe, or you know what I mean? I feel like it adds a lot more to the experience. Anyway, this should be the designs. Now, of course, there's a lot about PSG in this video because PSG has been leaked out a lot for their new kits, their new players, their new player models. So we got Neymar, we got Mbappe, we got Ander Herrera. He's been actually signed for PSG, so they did a full thing about him. Of course, Man United are now an official license of PES. Now, fortunately enough, they will still be at Old Trafford in the game because they have Premier League licensing. So of course, Premier League will hook them up for that. So don't worry, there'll be no actual big issues with that. But that makes me think, because EA also has La Liga's licensing, because we have the older stadiums and that. So I don't know why is it different for Barcelona. Like, maybe Barcelona just refused. I don't really know, because yes, of course, PES has Barcelona licensing, but if that's the case, that Premier League gives them stadium. EA also has La Liga, so I don't know why that's a thing. Rodri also signed for Man City, so of course this is the new Man City kit with Rodri in the kit, of course. Of course, there's a new Madrid kit, which is the white and gold, and there's also a video in this which shows you the brand new kits modelled onto FIFA 19 graphics, but you can see what it looks like in FIFA 20. Ratings of players has been leaked here. So we got Real Madrid, we got PSG, so Mbappe is at 87, we got Man City as well. Sterling is an 85 rated, which I don't know if these are fully official, probably not, but this is what the menu design looks like for team management. So for kickoff games, this is the full new look of design. So it's kind of just, it looks like they're going for like a clean, mellow design, greys and whites and blacks. Well, more like greys, just like dark greys, light greys. It looks quite simple. Now, some of you may be wondering, what about Creamer? What about Pro Clubs? Well, this is a full schedule about the game. So right now, of course, mid-July, there'll be gameplay, which they will do a full video at EA Play or some sort of like YouTube video, which I'm looking forward to that as well, because I really want to find out if they will change anything about the arcade side of the game. Will it be responsive, or will they literally just keep beating the dead horse of realism and authentic gameplay? I really hope they don't, but I feel like they may do, because that's what we've seen so far. New career mode features will be released at end of July, and then Pro Clubs will be in end of July as well, and then Pro Clubs will be with career mode, I presume, as well, maybe same time or maybe in like a couple of days afterwards. And then Ultimate Team and Volta will be both released in the early August. So I presume this shows new features and the actual gameplay menus itself. So that is the full schedule of everything that we should expect. So expect a video on my channel when that occurs, so please make sure to subscribe, because you'll see all the brand new information then. Now, in the background right now, I've got footage of, I believe someone went on PC and then did like a mod of putting the brand new kits that was first announced. Like Chelsea was announced before end of season, Juventus, Madrid, Barcelona, I think they were already leaked out, United and PSG as well. So we got footage here of basically FIFA 19 gameplay, but with the brand new kit. So we've got Chelsea, we've got all like the big teams. Arsenal isn't in there yet, but you can see already right now, this is what FIFA 20 should look like with the brand new kits and models as well. I'm not really expecting there'll be much change in terms of graphics, so this is what it should look like. Also, there's Dortmund and Bayern Munich as well, so this is what it should look like. For me, it looks cool. I mean, every season, every FIFA does new kits, so it's always nice to look at a fresh style, because we're so used to seeing the same things every time. Also, brand new Liverpool and also brand new City kits. And on topic of new, we've got all these new teams which will be in FIFA 20. So FC Cincinnati, a brand new MLS team, will be involved. These are like mostly like lower league teams, or teams that's been promoted into like the lower tier of the of whatever league they're in. So you got K League teams, we've got A League, we've got League 2, we've got Argentinian leagues, French League, the Serie A League, the Bundesliga, League 3, and all them lots. Scandinavian, Asia, South America, North America, basically everywhere. These are all the brand new teams that will be in there. Of course, there's some expected teams, so teams which should be in there because of licensing or whatever. And of course, keep in mind there is still no Brazilian teams in the game which can actually be played. So no Sao Paulo, no Vasco, no Fluminense, no Grêmio, none of those teams with like these amazing Brazilian talents. I don't know what the news is with that, but there is still one big league which we're missing out on, because the Brazilian league was a massive league back in the day, and it's still a bit weird to not see them anymore, because Brazil was a massive part of Ultimate Team. So we'll see what happens with that. If it's brand new kits, teams, menus, designs, everything that you need to know, if you're on my channel, so make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you all very soon. I'm so sorry about my voice. It's dying right now. I've been talking a lot, so I do apologize. I would like sincerely. And with that said, hopefully you found this video helpful. So thank you guys for watching. My name is Vizeh. I'll see you next time. But I don't fucking care.